busted flap in Baton Rouge, waiting for the train. I was feeling as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained, rode us all the way to New Orleans. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, and nothing, love, if it ain't free. And feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. And feeling good was easy enough for me, good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. Hey friends, how's it going? This is David Potts with Song Notes, and today I want to show you how to pick up your guitar and play one of the first songs I ever learned on guitar, which is Me and Bobby McGee. Now this is a song I thought was by Janis Joplin in my younger, naive college days. I think I eventually thereafter learned it was by Kris Kristofferson, who in the last couple years I've obviously, I think, learned how awesome of a songwriter he is. So regardless of my earlier misgivings, it's an awesome song, and I'll show you how to learn it. You need 3 chords for this song, but there's also a little bit of room to do some fun stuff. So I'm going to keep this one pretty quick to get you started and get you on your way, okay? So first up, we're standard tuning, no capo, which is nice, right? So the chords you'll need are a G, C, and D, okay? These are standard chords when you learn guitar, right? Now a G chord, you can, do a few different voicings as far as whether or not you play the second string. It doesn't really matter. But for this song, I'm going to show you a trick. For the G, what I like to do is put my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string and my pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string. And then I mute this 5th string, meaning I'm not really putting any fingers down on the fretboard. I am, though, sort of touching the 5th string ever so gently with my ring finger there, so it's muted though. It's not making a clean sound, but that looks like and sounds like this. Okay, so it's 3rd, muted, open, 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 3rd. Now the reason I do this, there's a couple. One, it's a bit easier to play, so convenience and laziness is one. But the other is that it frees up these 2 fingers right here to do other stuff, such as this. Okay, this is going from a G to, we could call this a C over G, or we could call it a G sus4 or something. It doesn't really matter what you call it. Okay, this is something you can sort of use in the intro. I'm pretty sure, I haven't heard it in a while, but I'm pretty sure the Janis Joplin version has that in the first couple seconds, which is nice, right? The other thing this does is it frees up your index finger here to need to go to this 1st fret of the 2nd string, which is where it's going to go a lot of the time, because the other chords you need are a D7, which is open, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, and that's starting on the 4th string, okay? So the 4 thinnest strings, open, 2nd, 1st, 2nd. All right, and there's also the C. Now again, I'm keeping my index finger perfectly still and then doing the 3rd, 2nd, open, 1st, open, okay? Okay, standard C chord, thinnest 5 strings only. But again, we go to that G, the D7, C, okay? Get good at going between those freely, right? Now, I'll show you the order you'll need them in this song, but in general, those 3 chords always sound great together. That's the 1, 4, and the 5 chord when you're in the key of G, so, it's good to know there for sure. A couple other little flavorful additions you can do is adding a G7, which is not necessary, but it is a nice little sound you get where you basically you are playing the 1st fret of the thinnest string, the high E string. So that's 3rd, low E string, 3rd fret, muted, open, 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 1st. Okay, so this is a regular G, this is a G7. Okay, and we're gonna use that to go to that C in this song here as a sort of a transitional chord, right? But otherwise, that's all you need. Now, strumming pattern for this song, I just do a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. And when I do that, what I like to do is the first down of that progression, of that strumming progression there, I'm going to focus on the bass the bassiest string of whatever chord I'm playing. So if I'm playing a G, I'll do a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay? That sort of gives the whole little pattern a nice little emphasis on the very first strum, right? So the C would sound like... and the D7 would be... okay? Back to a G. Okay? Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. All right? I did the playthrough there, so you can sort of follow along and just sort of use that strumming pattern, use those chords, and it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you're on each chord for a fair amount of time, okay? So you're not having to do any fast switches or anything, which is nice. The one thing though that's cool about this song is in the Janis Joplin version at least, there's that sort of modulation where halfway through the song you change keys. You go from the key of G to the key of A. Okay? So basically a G will become an A, a C will become a D, and a D will become an E. Okay? So the three chords you'll need now are an A, which is open, second, 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 open. Okay? Thinnest 5 strings only. Then you'll need an E or an E7 specifically. So an E would look like this. Open, second, second, first, open, open. But an E7, I like to play by putting my pinky down on the second string on the 3rd fret. So open, second, second, first, 3rd, open. If that's hard for you, an easier E7 would be just lifting up your ring finger. So it's open, second, open, first, open, open. Okay? So in this one, the D string is open, and that is your 7th, your 7th note in the chord. I don't like that one as much myself though, because I feel like that D gets kind of buried because it's a lower end, bassier note. I prefer to play the D up here. Okay, that's an E7, right? Pick your poison there as far as how you do it. Now the D is the other chord you'll need. Okay, and you already know that from earlier in the song. But this is, instead of a D7, this is a regular D. So open, second, 3rd, second. Okay? And then the other one is, earlier in the song you had the G7. Here you're gonna have an A7, which is just open, second, open, second, open. Okay? So again, A, E7, D, A, right? And that A7. Those are the chords you'll need, and use the same strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. And the A and the E would be down, down, up, down, up, down, down. This is the D. Okay, again, on that first down strum, I'm sort of playing the bass note only. But otherwise, same strumming pattern, use those chords, and you got it, right? You refer to my playthrough if you want to sort of see me put it all together, where I have the lyrics and the chords here for you to follow along. But otherwise, this is one of those songs I learned back in college. It was 2002 or so, and before YouTube, right? And it's funny because I have hesitancy to go on YouTube now and look at how everyone else would teach this song. I'm sure I'll do that at some point, but I almost wanted to capture how I learned it back then, just for posterity's sake, right? Maybe I'll do an updated lesson if I got things horribly wrong. If I did get things horribly wrong, I'm sure you'll let me know. But otherwise, I hope you like this lesson. If you have any questions, if there's anything I didn't cover, let me know. Any recommendations or suggestions for songs I do lessons for, let me know as well, whether it's Janis Joplin or Kris Kristofferson or anything else at all. But as always, this has been David Potts with Song Notes. Remember to check out playsongnotes.com if you want to find my notes and tabs for this lesson outside of this video. They're there waiting for you. And otherwise, that's it. Just remember, pick up your guitar and play. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Busted flapping Baton Rouge, waiting for a train. I was feeling as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained, rode us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon from rusty red bandana. I was playing soft while Bobby sang the blues, yeah. Windshield wipers flapping by, I was holding Bobby's hand in mine. We sang every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. And nothing, love, if it ain't free, yeah. And feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. And feeling good was easy enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. From the Kentucky coal mines to the California sun, if Bobby shared the secrets of my soul, through all kinds of weather and everything we've done, if Bobby, baby, kept me from the cold. One day up near Salinas, he let him slip away. He's looking for that home, and I hope he finds it. Then I'll trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday. It'll be holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. And nothing, it's all my Bobby left me, yeah. And feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. La da da, da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, the Bobby McGee.